Back to
Yeah, Jay-Z.
what you were saying about body cam footage from the police.
Uh-oh.
Recently, um, we saw this police beating. Right, police
That was
beating
Tyre Nichols.
Tyre Nichols out in Memphis. Um, it was
Yo,
disturbing, right?
yeah, I'm definitely not playing that video. Um,
that was
but
wild.
I don't understand like what happened. Why did he get pulled over in the first place? Like I didn't understand that.
No
A
one
lot
knows.
of the news covers that I saw, they don't know why. They
No
just
one
say he was
knows.
driving erratic.
The chief of police said there's no indication, or they can't find any indication as to
Yeah, I
why he
heard
was
that too.
pulled over.
Yo, and she's from Georgia. I
Yeah,
heard
she
she's from
is.
Georgia.
She worked like 30 years here prior to
Yeah.
being over there. But yeah, no one knows. No one knows why.
So
So
wow.
that's
Supposedly it was like reckless driving or something like that.
Yeah, that's
But
what I heard from the news reports was that it was like he was driving erratic or something like that, and so they
so
they they
why
pulled him
there's
over.
no
So
the
they
car
went in on
camera.
him. Yeah. What was that, Jay?
No, I was you're saying he got pulled over for erratic driving, so they
Right.
Killed the dude for that.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's the thing too. And it's like if he was driving erratic, they would have turned on like the lights. At that point, they probably would have called in, right, to
They have
dispatch and told
the
him
what's the camera in the car? What they call that?
the dash cam.
Dash cam. Why there's no dash cam on that?
Right. Maybe there
well,
is,
there
and they just
maybe
haven't
there
released it
is. They
yet.
probably
Yeah.
just showed and
So the dash cam
probably
ain't
showed
come
the
out, but
court.
the body cam is out.
Yeah,
They
I
got
mean
three
sometimes
cameras,
that
right?
sometimes that happens where they have
I don't think there is. I don't think, you know why I say I don't think there is? Because the chief wouldn't speak on it if there was. The chief wouldn't make a statement saying there's no indication if
Yeah.
she had access to that type of footage. She's
Right.
not going to
Facts.
speak on that if
Facts.
that's the case. So
Facts.
yeah, I don't, which is
So
crazy.
we don't know why he got pulled over. But when he did, when they finally stopped him, they just yanked him out the car, right? They just
Bruh.
pulled him out the car, started yelling, real aggressive, told him to get on the ground, got one of his arms, put it behind his back, right? And then
And he
like
was out.
they was just yelling at him. They tased him too right before he was out though.
Yeah.
He was telling them to calm down. He seemed like he was just a chill dude. He was like, "Yo, like chill,
He tried to
relax,
say he
bro."
was
Like,
high.
so you should die because of that? Like that's
Nah, but
wild.
I'm
Memphis
saying
wild.
it didn't seem like he was high.
It didn't seem like that.
well, that's what they were saying after. They were like, "Oh, he's high. He looked
Yeah.
doped up or whatever." Yeah,
He
because you
coked
just
up.
beat the dude
Right, he couldn't sit up. He was
senseless. You
slumped
know what I'm
over.
saying?
Your man got a concussion. That's why he seemed like he was high. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So they got him on the ground. They're wrestling with him, right? I didn't understand the instructions because he was already on the ground. I think they had one of his arms, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
And then they're telling him to put his hands behind his back. He's telling him like, chill, like I can't. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm already on the ground, whatever. And then they tase him, right? And that's when your man books it.
He was out,
They
yo.
tase him.
He smoked, dude. The cop that tried to tase him, that dude almost had a heart attack. You heard him trying to breathe, trying to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Them dudes
he was
them
gone.
dudes was there's some big boys.
So LNF says rumor is dude got jumped over a woman. I have no idea if it's true, but I'm trying to research to see if it's possible.
Not
Yeah,
just
we
any
saw
woman.
that.
Yeah.
We saw
One of
that
the
as
wives,
well.
yeah.
Was it ex? Wasn't it? Wasn't it one of the
Ex-wife,
exes?
yeah.
Yeah, and baby moms, and supposedly he was involved in the FedEx. But that was another thing. Everybody was like, "Where's the source? Like, where's this coming
Right.
from?" Because this is
Right.
just floating online on these different networks, but there's no confirmation about that.
Yeah, you know how the internet is. They start, they run with a story.
The internet's gonna solve the case.
Yeah.
They always do.
Yeah, they do. But it starts off with like these crazy stories at first, though,
Yeah.
and then you get the full story. That's when the internet solves it. What you gonna say, Ant?
Nah, I said supposedly dude sent a picture of dude laid out. Now I wonder how true that is. It's like, did somebody see
ex.
that picture? Yeah, the ex. Did somebody see it? Did she show somebody? Like what? But the
Yeah, I
crazy
don't.
thing is, it just so happens that the the cop whose ex is supposed to be, he's the only cop that didn't bond out.
Mm. Oh,
So
because they all out on bond right now.
right, but except for him, which supposedly he's the one that had the issue. So
Yeah, well,
I don't
So
know, man.
I don't know
I
about that. Let's stick
asked
to the facts. What happened?
I asked I
Who
asked
you asked?
someone
You
else
asked
who's
the
a
cop?
believer who asked I asked someone who's a believer and a cop as well, like, yo, what's protocol for someone? Because is this resisting arrest? Like, what is, like, can you kick somebody in the head like that, or throw haymakers, as they were saying, right? Because to kind
Yo,
of neutralize the situation, which was seemed already neutralized, right? He just all he needed was like one more hand behind the back. I don't know how that. What's the protocol? You know what I'm saying? So I kind of asked about that, and they said, that this was obviously excessive. Now, unless your life is in danger and someone else's life is in danger, then it's free game. You can pretty much do what you need to do in order to neutralize the individual. But he says, looking at this footage, it looks like it was the kicking and
bruh.
the haymakers and stuff like that was excessive, and maybe we could get them on the show too. That'll be dope for them to give their insight on
Oh, you mean the cop?
You trying to bring the
policing. Yeah,
cops
yeah,
onto
yeah.
the show?
You know what I
Right, they're
mean?
trying to bring
Putting.
dudes from Memphis in here,
Come on, bro.
But
yo.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. No, that was crazy. But so the cops, they got video of them talking.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, man, I
They
had to hit him
talking
with so
regular,
many
right?
haymakers. Like, they talking like they in the hood, like, yo, son, I
Yeah.
had to just hook
You
off
see
on
that
dude. Dude
boy?
was crazy,
But
bro.
like,
Hey,
yo, my
boy.
leg hurt. There's one dude
Right.
running from out of nowhere, like he about to punch something.
And
Right.
then in the audio, one of them is saying that he tried to grab the gun and swing on the officer.
Yeah, I ain't see that.
But when you look at the video, you don't see any of that.
Right.
I mean, the video pretty much starts with them telling him to get the F out the car before we blow your
Mhm.
head off. You
Right.
got one cop on this side trying to get him out, and then the other cop is just dragging him out. He's like, "What did I do? What's going on? All right, you know." Anybody be scared in that kind of situation if you got
Yeah,
cops rushing up on
Yeah,
you.
I mean, that's why I think he ran, because they were so aggressive from the beginning. They didn't tell him why they was pulling him over, why he was under arrest. They grab him, they're yelling at him, all of them, are pushing him to the ground, whatever. Then they try to tase him. He still don't know why they're pulling him over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna run for your life because you know what's about to happen. Like, you feel that presence of evil. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like,
terrible, man.
I felt it before, like, when I was young and I was in high school and I got jumped. Like, I knew, like, there was a bad vibe in the air. You know what I mean? Like, something was about to go down. Sure enough,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure with this dude, it was very similar in that sense, where dudes actually got straps and can pretty much get away with murdering you. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what happened. I don't, man, it's sad. It's sad. Like, I like a lot of people on the internet were saying, like, why did he run? Why did he run? It's like, bro, he was scared for his life. What do you mean?
He was calling his mom.
Right.
Well,
He
that was
was.
awful.
you know.
It's horrible.
It's crazy. The white supremacy is crazy.
Well, that too.
Nah, but you know what though? Nah, you say that, but it was people like, yo, you see how fast they got these dudes? You see how fast they arrested them? And they're gonna make an example out of them, as opposed to like, the George Floyd situation, Derek Chauvin and them. Like, it took a
Mhm.
while for them to
Yeah.
investigate, which I get it. I get that. People always gonna say that, which
Mhm.
these dudes, they're black. They arrested them quick, as opposed to a white cop. But at the end of the day, man, what these dudes did, uh, they need to go down for what they did, man. That's, to me, I don't even think about anything else, all that other crap. But what they did was foul.
No, that's
So
facts. That's facts, though. But I kind of, I kind of disagree with that, only because, like, I see, I see that all the cops were black. The what is it? The chief of police is black, right? It's a
Hmm.
predominantly black. It's a predominantly black
Force.
city community. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that there's more black cops than there is white cops, and I think they just arrested a white cop that was there too.
That the one that tased him.
Oh, that's the one that tased him.
Yeah, the one that couldn't keep up when he was running.
Okay,
So
okay,
so y'all think he should be held accountable too, all of them? Because I think there was 8
all of
cops,
them,
right?
all of them should go to
I
jail.
don't think I don't know. The white car wasn't there for the beating though, yo. I mean, now as far as why he took him out, yeah, but you know, but he wasn't there. Like he literally wasn't in that other area where they where everything happened. Now I will say the dudes that came after that was supposed to help. Well, the other 2 cops that came and then the 3 firemen, them too.
Mhm.
Like I think
Hmm.
they should be charged as well.
Why?
They, dude, you ain't see them. They was just looking at him. They was standing over him, knowing
Hmm.
that he needed help. They just stood over him.
But what were they supposed to do?
What do you mean, dude?
Administer help.
Right, get him
Right.
to the hospital. They was like, you only have but so much
Yeah, but you
time,
gotta wait for
bro.
EMS for that, no?
Bro, they were
They
that was
were
them.
EMS.
So EMS, what did they do? What did I don't remember that part. I saw 2 guys
They
that when
just
he
stood
was
over him. They put the bag down. They had the bag. They stood over him, and they just kept looking. And they was talking to the cops. They went back. They looked over him, and then like after a while, they finally grabbed the bag and started doing something. But they like I was watching what was it, Sanjay Gupta talking about it,
Hmm.
and he was like, "Yo, with that type of beating, eventually it's gonna be brain swelling, and when it's
Right.
brain swelling involved, you have to move fast and get him to the hospital." You know what I'm saying? Like once your
Right.
brain swells, like it can't go nowhere like any other organ because of your skull. You have to
Right.
get
Because
him in.
it was excessive force, like to the max. Like I heard a couple
Right.
of there was a couple of people on TV were saying that it was just as bad, if not worse, than Rodney King.
And they
Um,
used the baton.
right. That's what I was about to say. Like not only did they beat him up when he was on the ground,
They
not only did they
punched
kick
him,
him,
kicked him.
they punched him, they kicked him, they held him up.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
held him up, bro. They held him up.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they used the
So that-
baton. Like,
Right.
so now mind you, as EMS worker, fireman, whatever, like that's part of their duty, right? That's their sworn duty to administer aid,
Right.
render help, all of that. They stood over there and they watched dude. So I think they should get charged just as bad.
As an update, and I'm not sure if maybe you said it or you didn't, but it says the Memphis Fire Department announced that 2 employees involved in Mr. Nichols' initial patient care were being relieved of duty pending
wow.
an internal investigation.
See? And I think
Wow.
they should be charged too.
I think they should be charged and they should lose their pension because a lot of times what happens is like they let them go, they give them a desk job or something like
Right, and
that,
then
but
that's
they
it and
still
they're
keep their
done.
pension. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And that said, officers are obligated to administer first aid to the best of their ability. Well, we knew the officers weren't going to do it, but at
Right.
least when EMT and firemen came, you would think that at least them get them out of there. Nah, they just all stood around them, watched them laid there. Like, so that's the foulest
So
video I've probably
so
seen.
allegedly
Nice.
they were part of
Scorpion unit.
a unit that's
They're
called
like
Scorpion.
TNTs, right? It's like
Okay,
TNT.
and then the police department have relaxed their requirements for who can become a police officer.
Yeah, in 2001, 2021.
So there's a shortage with police officers as well. I
Mhm.
guess this is issues
Right.
getting police officers in
And
this
that's
kind of
really rough.
climate.
Yeah.
And then now they what was it the education requirements
Yeah,
that
so
were
they have to have a certain number of college credits, but it's not to imply that these dudes didn't have those requirements. We still don't know what their background is. You know what I
okay.
mean?
Okay.
They just came onto the force during that time. But I think what a lot of people are doing is they're trying to like imply that they were somewhat unqualified. Obviously, they are unqualified.
They were unqualified.
But I don't know if it's because of these standards. Because when these standards were in place, we still had police brutality. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Yeah,
right, right, right,
say
right.
that.
So because a lot
Good
of
point.
times what happens is like we say, oh, it's because cops are racist, so we need to hire more blacks and Latinos, and then you hire blacks and Latinos, and it's like, oh, it's because we don't have the right standards.
Bro,
It's like, no, man, the job is violent. You know what I
it ain't got
mean?
nothing to do. Like, I don't know. My experience with cops,
Let's
it
go.
didn't matter what their race was.
Right.
It didn't. I mean, like when I've been through some stuff with cops, the worst ones were the black and Spanish ones.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's facts.
They always were. I don't know if they felt like they had to prove something or what.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I remember in the projects we had this white cop. Dude was cool, super cool. You know, he was what they was like. You supposed to have them neighborhood cops that everybody knew. Everybody knew
Right.
his name. He walked around. He spoke to everybody. He was cool. A white cop, right? But the Puerto Rican and black cops, I'm the first ones ready to pull you over, talk to you crazy, throw you around. Like they always went overboard in the hood as far as my experience with them.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't got. I don't think it's a race thing, man.
This is
There are
Giuliani.
yeah, Giuliani. I mean Dinkins, all the way Giuliani area for the most part, yeah. When I was
Wow,
younger,
David
it was Dinkins, though.
Dinkins.
Yeah,
See, because
Throwback.
they're saying the reason why I asked that because they're saying that this unit was very similar to that era of like stop and frisk. You know what I mean? Like cops would pull people over for no reason because they got the air freshener hanging from the mirror,
yeah.
maybe a broken tail light or something like that. Then they're searching your car looking for stuff. So that's
Now,
why I asked because it was very similar to that era. For me, it kind of resonated that Scorpion unit just kind of reminded me of the Rampart division that we had here, the crash units.
yeah.
They were
See,
like that too. It was like there was a gang. You know what
I
I
think they're
mean?
all like that.
Yeah. I mean,
So to update on the
yeah,
Scorpion unit, it says
They
here leaders in
disbanded.
Memphis have
they disbanded
praised
it.
this
Yeah.
Yeah,
specialized police group as a key strategy for fighting crime. Now the unit is disbanded,
I think it was
and they're
yesterday.
trying to assess whether it was flawed from the start.
Yeah, well, now
Duh.
you want to assess it,
Right.
Wow.
but
Okay.
I'm not gonna say that there aren't racist cops because there are racist.
Oh yeah. Of course.
There's
Agree
definitely
100%.
racist cops.
Then there
But
was someone on talking about that, like, what was it? The captain or somebody's a single mom and it's her fault, something like
what?
that. Yeah, I think it's
What they got to do with anything?
yeah, they were saying that just because she's a single mom, she doesn't know how to handle her
Talking about the chief?
cops or whatever. I think it was either the chief or something like that.
What they got to do with anything?
She a single mom.
Bro, that's what they were saying.
What does that have to do with anything?
Are we talking about the same people that's saying the white supremacy that was going on in that incident, like those type of people?
No, this was more of like single mothers, and this is the outcome of single mothers because
Okay.
she doesn't know how to handle her force or whatever. So I was like, okay,
So she's under a lot of stress because she's a single mother.
everybody's making the core. No, I'm just saying these people were making a correlation. I think it was what's that dude that's on
Sean King?
Fox?
Oh.
No, the conservative dude.
Tucker Carlson.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was with him.
He said that?
No, he had a guest that was saying that.
Oh.
Let me see. Let me double check.
I thought, was it Jason Whitlock? Because I heard he was on there talking crazy.
Jason Whitlock. I'm not sure. I'll look it up for y'all.
It probably
I
was.
could carry on while I search.
It probably was. I saw he was on there talking crazy, man. I don't know. Said I hear stories of Giuliani time. Oh, I don't know if you was a baby around Giuliani time, huh?
Dang, LNF is Gen Z.
I don't know if it's Gen Z.
LNF, you Gen Z, bro?
Who was after Giuliani? Oh, he was Bloomberg. He probably came up under Bloomberg.
That wasn't much different, right?
Huh?
That wasn't much
Bloomberg
different.
was really stop and frisk.
Yeah, Bloomberg was stop and frisk. Yeah,
he was definitely stop and frisk.
Yeah.
So yeah, Creative Network says, shout out to Mason. Good to see my Latino brethren are still out here being consistent.
Hey,
praise God, man.
Thank you, sir.
For real.
Praise God.
Alvin says cops need better training, especially in taking down individuals without using excessive force. Mandatory BJJ classes? What's BJJ?
Yeah, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, okay. So we gonna kick somebody.
I
No,
don't know
it's
if
not
I want
kicking.
them.
It's not
Nah,
kicking.
Oh,
It's
so
more
like
like
subduing.
takedown.
yeah,
Oh
Yeah,
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 you
exactly.
Ant, you're right. It is Jason Whitlock.
you
He was
see
with Tucker Carlson.
that dude. Yeah, that
Said
dude's
he
a what?
blamed single mothers for the killing of Tyre Nichols.
What they gotta what? Nah, I blame them cops. Yo, dudes always want to get
Right.
extra.
See, I always give CNN the bad rap because of the headlines they be doing, but man, Fox too. They all the same.
Well,
Oh
it
yeah,
wasn't Fox. It was somebody who was a guest
yeah,
on
yeah.
Fox.
But to get that fool a voice,
Right.
I mean, is he always
I think
unconservative too?
sometimes people just want to like
they
put
want
their
to talk.
political
Yeah,
twist on it, and it's like, oh, it's their fault because the Democrats or it's the
yeah, yeah,
Republicans, and
yeah.
then it's like
Like,
anything it's that party's fault. You know what I mean?
right. They grew up crack babies.
Which I mean, there could be situations where certain laws or certain situations that do cause that, but I feel like everything is just like politically motivated. You
No,
know?
These days,
everything is always the government's fault, bro. What do you mean? Always.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Okay,
oh
it's the
snap.
government's fault.
Always.
I don't.
Taxes definitely is.
Yeah, you ain't lying. What's that? I never said. I don't think the issue is with training the police. These are issues with decision making.
I think the issue I think it's multifaceted. I don't think it's just one thing. You know what I mean? Like I think it's the fact that there's
System.
unaccountability. Yeah, it's unaccountability in the system. The fact that out of all the cops that that get arrested for for stuff like this, they got like a 30% conviction rate,
Hmm.
And
and out of that 30%, about 30% actually see jail time.
yeah. And I was watching CNN that night that the video aired, and there were two lawyers on there. One of the lawyers was saying like he feared that they overcharged. He was like manslaughter for sure, but he was like I don't know if it's second degree murder, and
They got them with kidnapping too.
yeah, so it got a good amount of charges, but it was like the main one was the second degree. And I was like, I don't know if you can really say this is second degree murder. Like they plan to do this. But then again, if you don't know the whole story, I don't know. If the
If
rumors are
there's a
true,
backstory, right.
if there's a backstory, then yeah, you can easily go for a second degree. But their fear was that it was overcharged. And then that's where it falls into like what you say, Jimmy, where if it's overcharged, they can beat it and walk.
Yeah, because if they try to pin him, like let's just say they do first degree, they can't pin that on them, so they're gonna get acquitted on those charges.
Yeah.
And they could say, oh well, we charged them. It was the jury. You know what I mean? But you can't prove first degree. You know what I mean? All the cases we followed, we know that you can't pin first degree on them like that.
Yeah, that's
It's always
tough.
got to be like manslaughter or something like that.
Yeah. Either way, man, that was a terrible video to watch, man. You know what though? That pole camera.
Yeah.
Someone had to be controlling that pole camera because initially the pole camera was pointed to the left of that street. And then all of a sudden you can see it turn to the right, it pans right and then zooms in. So someone was obviously controlling that camera. So I'm
Do
like,
you
wow,
think?
that person didn't say anything, call nothing in or nothing.
Do you think that maybe it's like a 360 camera and so you can kind of edit it so you can have it focus on the area that you're interested in seeing? Because what
Could be.
I heard the chief say was that they didn't know that they had that camera. They just happened to check because they have those cameras in that area. I got those cameras in my neighborhood
Yeah,
because
it could be.
I live in a bad neighborhood. And so they just happened to check and they happened to have a camera there at that
Yeah,
exact
at that
location.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
what I
wow.
thought initially was like maybe they just edited it like cuz you got this big 360 view and so they just kind of moved it and kind of cropped it. You know, I mean you know how we
Oh,
edit
I mean, it
videos and
could
stuff.
be. It could be.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but if not, that is kind of questionable like, Yo,
Yeah.
who's over here? Who was watching this live? Like, you know what I'm saying, with the joystick and kind of moving the camera.
Yeah.
That'd be
Alvin, it was
crazy.
an MPD camera. They did say it was, but sad, yo.
So
That just
what do you think is like what do you think is the solution for this? Like, what do
lock him
you
up,
like?
yo.
Nah, I'm saying so this doesn't happen again. You know what I mean? Like what
I
can
don't
we
think
do to
it's
avoid
not
this happening
happening
in the
again.
future?
I don't think this is. I
It
think
will happen again.
it's gonna happen again. When has it stopped? You just said Rodney King. When was that? 92. What year was that in?
A long time ago.
I
Definitely
mean,
right.
probably before
Before
that,
Jay was born.
I was a
right?
kid. Yeah, I was a baby.
So we talking Rodney King, right? And then with 2023,
They had that dude from the taxi driver from NYC, Amadullah, something like that.
Diallo,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the dude. Yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it don't matter. It's gonna keep happening, man.
And imagine the ones that we don't
We
really
don't
hear
know.
about
Yeah.
because of the cameras or the outrage or
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
We ain't had body cams before neither.
Right.
Oh,
So it was
what?
just whatever they said
Whatever
it
said
happened, that's
goes.
what
Yeah.
happened.
They
Yeah.
could have said, "Yo, dude was trying to kill us."
He was reaching for my gun.
Imagine, like you said, right? Like Rampart, TNT, all of them, no body cams. Imagine all the stuff that
Right.
went down.
Well, I
Right.
seen a video. I don't know if I shared it with y'all. Where this guy was coming out his trailer or something,
Mhm.
and then the cops just started shooting at him because they thought he
Yeah,
had
the
something in his
elderly
hand.
man.
Yeah,
The
For no
with his
elderly man, he
reason.
baby.
survived. He survived.
Yeah, he survived, and then they were like, the media was spinning it like he was uncontrollably
Right. And he had his own
crazy,
cameras.
and he had the cameras around, and I was like,
If
wow.
he didn't have the cameras, bro, it would have been a wrap for him.
It's crazy. And these cops are dumb. Like, y'all know y'all got
Right.
these cameras, and they still did what they did.
Right.
You would think the body cams would change everything that they do, and they still stupid.
Right. They're just they're that confident that regardless, even when they're on camera doing stuff like that,
Right,
you know what I
like nothing
mean?
can happen.
The union is gonna protect them. The police department's gonna protect them. The city's gonna protect them. You know what I mean?
But do you think that now, like, things are more in the cops' favor, or
What do you
with
mean?
the body cam, like
To this
things have
day.
exposed, it seems like cops, because I was talking to someone that was in the academy, and he's like, yo, they make it scary just to be a cop, because it's like now there's so much accountability about what you do, what you say, you know what I mean?
That comment kind of like got to me real quick.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Nah, because he was like, say it again. The dude was like that. Now they make you more
scary?
accountable.
Right,
Like,
you should be accountable.
huh? Exactly.
Right.
Well, not I mean, he was just
Good
basically saying
observation.
that there's more accountability for the police officers on how they
No, but you said that the dude got
react.
scared.
Right,
Well, they make what he's saying is just they make it in the favor of the public, to make it see that you got to be very careful about what you do. Not saying that you're gonna be out here wilding or nothing, but
Like
just,
every job. Like every job.
Come
yeah,
on.
I mean, the cops just got to count the cost now. What it is to be a police officer, you know what
But
I'm saying?
this only stems from their behavior.
Right.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, that's your job. You chose to serve and protect. Now do it, yo. Now you scared. You worried, you know what I'm saying? That you might do something foul. Like, come on. I mean, I think of the honest cops that are doing what they really trying to do and help people, they ain't worrying about that. These people, yo, did you see that video? The two cops
Officer
in the
Lou?
Bronx?
No.
No, not Bronx, excuse me. I think it was in Jersey. They was doing a house call, checking somebody that was on parole, went into their closet and took $5,000, and then they was trying to split it. And
I did see that. It was a lady cop, right?
the lady
They
cop
got
and
that?
the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they had a camera in the crib and caught everything. Them talking about
I
how
think
they
wasn't that her body cam?
it wasn't her body cam. They had a camera. They had what they had
person
was
had a
they
camera.
used the old cell phone, and they had it up on the top of the corner of the room, and it was like motion activated. and then they had some app that they could turn the phone into a camera, and then it caught everything.
This is the one where like they were trying on like their clothes and their hats and all that stuff.
Well, I don't know. I didn't see that part. They was in the closet. They was looking
Yeah.
through their stuff, but
Yeah.
I didn't see that part.
Okay.
So cops went to the crib
To do a check on the parole, on the
on a
parolee.
parole case, went in,
Started searching through the closet and stuff, found $5,000, and it was like, yo, let's split this.
and they took the money.
Yeah, they took it.
They took the bag, son.
They took it and got caught. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why they gotta be held accountable, yo. They out here dirty.
Mad dirty, man.
That's why them cops be having $500K in their bank accounts. It was be like, pull out, show me your bank account.
Right.
500K.
Are you wearing your money, right? Let me pull up my 401k.
Who you robbed today, buddy?
Whose crib you stole money from?
Wow, it's crazy.
Unfortunate, man. And like I said, I mean, I don't think it's ever gonna change. I think man is flawed, sinful, and
facts.
they will
Until we get
always
some Tesla robots out there, them dogs, them Boston Dynamic dogs.
look,
Shoot, those suckers I'm scared of.
those suckers got no emotion.
For
Like
they
you
know
can't teach.
they know how to react.
Yeah, but you can't teach a robot like
What?
how to react in a situation. It's just they
and take them
program
remorse to do one job.
they program to do one job or one thing. So however you program them,
Yeah, bro.
they're not
They
gonna
program
use
them to pull them over and give them a ticket, right? Not take you out, tase you, and beat the crap out of you.
yeah. But then if you try to run off on them, they probably gonna have something like tase them. Tase them now.
They probably won't miss though, and that's it. It's rap. It's a rap.
They're gonna light you up, man. 50 in your chest.
Bro.
There we go.
And then the cops won't take accountability no more.
It's the robot, right?
I mean, like it's the algorithm, bro.
What you gonna do with the robot? Deactivate them?
I don't know. Ask Jay. This is his type of stuff. He like all of these robots and all of this.
That's a good. I didn't even think about that. That's a good question.
How they gonna be held accountable?
No,
They're gonna disassemble them. Rewrite the
on
program.
the joystick behind the camera.
Well, with Tesla Bar, there is nobody behind the joystick.
It's like
there.
I Am Robot, right?
Exactly. The Boston Dynamics, yeah, there's still somebody behind there.
Nah, bro.
Then they can hear a word that it thought you said, or nah, I'm good, bro.
Nah, when the algorithm starts predicting your behavior, and based on criteria like maybe your parents are divorced, or your father wasn't around, or maybe you didn't graduate high school, and maybe you had a kid before you were 18, it's gonna calculate, it's gonna deduce that you're highly probable to commit a crime.
Dang.
So based on that algorithm,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's either gonna make an arrest or execute you. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
I definitely don't do that because
that's
with
like
my background,
what's that movie? You know what I'm talking about? Minority Report.
Bro, I would lose in every bit of that
That's
robot's thought process or whatever, because I'm done.
Oh man.